In this video, let's start by understanding the broadcast messaging feature on Facebook first. In the next video, we will begin with the broadcast settings. Before we dive into the details of broadcast messaging, let's first understand the differences between broadcast messaging and automated sequence follow-up messages. In the closing pilot Chatbot, broadcast messaging and automated sequence follow-up messages are two distinct concepts with different functionalities. First, broadcasts allow us to send messages in bulk all at once. On the other hand, sequence messages are automatically sent as follow-ups based on different time intervals after the user clicks a button. For example, let's take a look at this flow. When a user clicks the button, I will direct them to the recurring notification feature. Through this feature, I can collect their consent and have them click the button. Once we receive their agreement, we can use the broadcasting feature to send messages to all users who have clicked the button. This is an example of broadcasting. On the other hand, our sequence messages are automated follow-up messages. We can use the sequence message setting feature to automatically send follow-up messages. For instance, when creating a reply process, I can add a sequence here. If anyone clicks this button and enters our reply flow, the system will add this sequence tag to that subscriber. Within 24 hours of clicking the button, we can automatically send follow-up messages. For example, if I set it to 30 minutes, the person will receive this set of messages automatically after 30 minutes of clicking the button. In terms of message delivery, broadcasts require us to manually send the messages from the backend. However, sequence messages for follow-up subscribers are sent automatically. Regarding implementation, we can use the broadcasting feature to send messages after interacting with users for 24 hours. However, there are specific regulations that we will explain later. As for sequence messages, we can only send follow-up messages within 24 hours of user interaction. Now that we have understood the differences between broadcasting and sequence follow-up messages, let's focus on understanding the broadcast messaging feature. When running Facebook ads, we typically go through three processes. Firstly, we use ads or posts to lead users to our messenger. Once users enter Messenger, we can use the closing pilot Chatbot to automate the collection of these users. The final step is to interact with these users using broadcasting or group notifications, enhancing their interest in purchasing. Regarding user list collection, we emphasize two main aspects. The first is using Facebook Messenger, which is the main topic of this video. If we want to use Facebook's Messenger broadcast, the first condition is to have customers click on a specially designated button, indicating that we have obtained their consent to send broadcast messages later. For example, in this process, I use the recurring notification feature for broadcast messaging. When users click the button and enter this feature, it means that we have obtained their consent and can send broadcast messages to users who have clicked the button. If users have not clicked the button and gone through this process, we cannot send them broadcast messages because we have not obtained their consent. This is a rule set by Facebook. In the process of automated replies, we can incorporate buttons that require users to click within our content. This way, we can obtain their consent for future broadcast messaging. For example, if you are organizing an event, you can thank participants for joining our prize event and inform them that they need to click the button below for notifications. Similarly, if you are running an advertisement, you can thank users for showing interest in your product or service and inform them that they can click the button below for updates on new packages, products, or events. By prompting users to click the button, we can send recurring notification broadcast messages after obtaining their consent. If our users further click on Get Message, it means that they have agreed to receive our broadcast notifications. After their click, we can proceed to send other auto-reply content. Once we receive user consent, we can return to closing pilot Chatbot and send messages to the group of users who have clicked the consent button. Hence, we cannot simply send group messages to users who have not clicked our designated buttons, as we need to follow Facebook's regulations. According to Facebook, They provide 3 different types of broadcast messaging options, which you can find in the backend under broadcasting. Each type of broadcast has its own set of regulations. Now, let's understand the different types of broadcasts and their respective regulations. We will also recommend which method of broadcast to use. The 3 different types of broadcast are subscriber broadcast, one-time notification broadcast, and recurring notification broadcast. Firstly, let's look at the time restrictions. For subscriber broadcasts, promotional content can only be sent within 24 hours. If we want to send a broadcast outside the 24-hour window, we must comply with specific guidelines. For example, with subscriber broadcasts, we can only use them to send messages regarding account updates, event confirmations, customer feedback, or information related to human agents. After the initial 24-hour period has passed, other content is not allowed. Since subscriber broadcasts cannot be sent for promotional content after 24 hours, we need to consider one-time notification and recurring notification broadcasts. However, it's important to note that with one-time notifications, we can only send one broadcast after the user clicks a button. If we want to send a second broadcast, we need the user to click the consent button again. This can be quite cumbersome, so we recommend using the latest recurring notification broadcast. In the case of one-time notification, when creating the flow, we can select OTN, which stands for one-time notification. If a user clicks the button associated with the OTN we set, we can then send a broadcast. However, keep in mind that we can only send one broadcast each time the button is clicked. Therefore, we recommend using recurring notification. To create a recurring notification, we can select recurring notification in the new post back reply. From there, we can create our recurring notification. Once a user clicks the button and enters the recurring notification, we can send broadcasts. In summary, recurring notification provides convenience as users only need to click a button once to grant us permission to send different messages in the following months. Considering the ease of use, we recommend utilizing recurring notification for broadcasts. When using Facebook broadcasting, we need to pay special attention. We should not send broadcasts too frequently, even if the recipient has given us daily permission, which means we can send one broadcast every 24 hours. But it doesn't mean that we have to send broadcasts every day, as mentioned earlier. Therefore, when sending broadcasts, we must space them out at reasonable intervals. This is because if our users receive too many broadcasts or dislike the content, they can choose to stop receiving them. For example, they can click on Manage in Messenger when receiving a broadcast and choose to stop receiving them. Our users can also choose to report or block our page if they receive too many unwanted broadcasts. If a certain number of users report or block our page, some of our features may be restricted. These precautions are also explained in the information provided by Facebook. So when Facebook provides us with the broadcasting feature, we should use it properly and avoid excessive broadcasting. If we receive too many negative responses, it could potentially impact the functioning of our page. Therefore, before broadcasting, we can plan our content to ensure that it is something users would enjoy seeing. For example, sending useful and valuable information that can benefit users, organizing fun quizzes or prize draws, or offering promotional discounts that provide benefits. This will maximize the chances of users engaging with our broadcasts instead of blocking them. Currently, the recurring notification feature is still free to use, but we are unsure if Facebook will introduce additional charges in the future. The official documentation from Facebook also mentions that it is currently free, so for now, we will choose to use the recurring notification for broadcasting. The above is the setup for Facebook broadcasting. Next, let's see how to use WhatsApp Community to send broadcast notifications. Now, we want to explain the latest feature of WhatsApp, which is WhatsApp Community. We can consider WhatsApp Community as a place where our users subscribe to receive our latest updates. You might already know that we can create groups on WhatsApp. So, what is the difference between a group and a community? Firstly, in a community, only the admin can send messages. On the left side, here is the admin's interface. When we send a notification, all the members who have joined our community will receive the notification. This way, we can send our broadcasts through the community. On the other hand, members cannot send messages in the community. As you can see on the right side, the members' interface does not have the option to send messages. They can only receive notifications. So, in the community, all users will receive broadcasts only from the admin. Another significant difference between WhatsApp Community and WhatsApp Group is that only the admin in the community can see who has joined. On the left side, the admin's interface shows who has clicked on our invitation link and joined the community. On the other hand, the members' interface on the right side can only see who the admin of the community is. Users will not be able to see each other's contact numbers. Now, let's learn how to create a WhatsApp community. We can go to WhatsApp and click on the green button in the bottom right corner. Here, we select New Community to start creating a community. We enter the name of the community, and the community should be linked to a group. This enables us to create a new group and then select it. Once the group is selected, we click on the checkmark button located in the bottom right corner. After the setup is complete, we can click on Community, and then in the bottom Inviting section, we can directly copy the invitation link. This link can be pasted into the reply flow of the closing pilot chatbot. When we have the invitation link, we can navigate to the reply flow, and in the button step, select Web URL, and paste the invitation link of our WhatsApp community in the Web URL field. Before that, we can add some text and images to inform our users that clicking the button will allow them to receive the latest messages through WhatsApp, such as updates on packages, new products, event notifications, discounts, and more.